Game up is that London game, folks. Jets and Falcons in London. And yeah, Robert Saleh, rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, getting out to a slow start there for the Jets. I mean, they really could not move the ball offensively in the first half. First drive, 3 and out. Second drive, 3 and out. Second drive, interception. Third drive, they go on a big 16-play, 64-yard, 7-minute 43-second drive that results into a field goal, and that's all they did in the first half, and they go down in halftime, down 20-3. And then the Falcons have trouble kind of scoring in the second half. Their drives in the second half are a 5-play, 15-yard punting drive. Second drive out of halftime, they fumble the ball. Third drive, 8-play, 37 yards, they have to punt. And then they find themselves down 20-17. But then Matt Ryan puts it all to bed and goes on a nice 9-play, 80-yard touchdown drive to make it a 2-possession game. And at that point, there's only about 2 minutes, 20 seconds left, and there's just not enough time to come back. And Matt Ryan and the Falcons hang on in London. Very well done. And, he didn't have his big weapon of Calvin Ridley, but they utilized Kyle Pitts a lot, and we got to give credit to Arthur Smith here. We could give him a little bit of a free pass coaching, wise. They weren't the best. They started, 0-3, and now they've won the last 2 games. So we'll see if this Atlanta team is starting to get on track here. I believe they have the bye next week because they were at London this week. Buys are finally starting this week in the NFL. The first 5 weeks of the season, nobody's on a bye, but now we get, 4 teams every single week. So week 6, we get Falcons, and the Jets are on the bye because they're at London. So we'll see if kind of Arthur Smith can ride this momentum, ride this wave, and get everything secured up this week on the bye week, and then start kind of coming out guns blazing a little bit faster here. We would like to see this Falcons team put together a good, complete game of football together. That's something that we haven't seen by them this season, but they found themselves 2 wins when they needed it going into the bye. So shout out to Arthur Smith here, the head coach for the Falcons, finally getting this offense pretty solid, not just because they utilized Kyle Pitts, but because of, him using Cordell Patterson as a running back and kind of a wide receiving threat back out there. That was getting it done as well. So between Kyle Pitts and Cordell Patterson, I think Arthur Smith is just getting started here with this Falcons offense, and we'll see what he can do here in this bye week to kind of shore everything up. And we'll get Calvin Ridley back hopefully as well after the bye, which is just another dimension of the offense, another piece out here, because this Falcons team really could be elite if Matt Ryan, gets it together and kind of starts playing consistently, a little bit more consistently, than he did last week in London. Nothing really great in the second half besides kind of the game sealing drive, so we'll give him that. But, Matt Ryan, Cordell Patterson, Kyle Pitts, and Calvin Ridley, I think that's a decent squad if you're scheming it right. And so far, these last 2 weeks, Arthur Smith has been kind of getting it better. And, once again, we can take things in stride. It's still early on in the season, folks. I mean, we're 5 weeks into the season, with this extra game and all that. There's no real cause for concern or true cause to panic for some of these kind of 2-3, maybe even 1-4 teams. You've got your kind of, feeding you're feeding underneath you, and now you're just starting to build upon that. So shout out to this Falcons team. Let's break down what these players were doing. So here we go. Matt Ryan goes 33 of 45. What do we got there? We got a nice 73% completion percentage for 342 yards, airing it out as well. 2 touchdowns, no picks, no turnovers there. You got to love it. And nobody fumbled. So pretty turnover. Or no, they did fumble a lot. That's what I thought they did. Hayden Hurst, 2 fumbles, and he lost 1. And then Mike Davis, the running back, yikes, he lost a fumble as well. Let's see where these turnovers were. So we have a fumble in the second quarter, resulting into the 3 points there for the Jets. Then in the second half, they fumble again in Jets territory at the 24-yard line. So Mike Davis not getting it done there in the clutch. And then what do we got? We got one more fumble somewhere. That's it. Only the 2 lost fumbles. So, and luckily for their second fumble, the Jets don't take any advantage of that, and they have to go 3 and out. So, 2 fumbles there, 2 turnovers at some costly time, but the Falcons hold on for that 7-point win. Very well done. And they were -3 there for this game, so they cover the spread as well. So, we thought the Jets +3 was good value, but the kind of the leadership in the maturity that Matt Ryan has is just a quarterback that has played in this league kind of showed out here, going across, to a different country, going across the pond there. It really just does take maturity. And, Zach Wilson, Robert Saleh, 2 rookies that don't know. They've never played a full NFL season, and they definitely never played in a game overseas at their respective positions. So I think that's kind of why the Falcons were favored a little bit, and Matt Ryan proved it on that kind of final drive that they have. They go and make it a 10-point game, and there's not any time left to come back for the Jets. So that's where Matt Ryan's expertise comes from a little bit. But he had a nice game out here. Cordell Patterson threw 1 ball. Incomplete. But Cordell Patterson, 14 carries, 54 yards. Mike Davis, 13 carries, 53 yards and a touchdown. So that's what we like as well. Running back by committee right here. And, focusing on the run game heavily right here. 27 rushes here by running backs. And now that's what we're talking about with Arthur Smith. So it seems like they're starting to get this offense figured out a little bit. And that could potentially be dangerous because we just saw the emergence of Kyle Pitts. Finally, we've been waiting for this man to finally show out, the big, strong, fast tight end out here. Kyle Pitts, leading receiver, 9 receptions for 119 yards and a touchdown. And then as well as Cordell Patterson, like we've been talking about, utilizing him in the run and the pass game, 7 receptions for 60 yards, and he was the second leading receiver here for this Falcons team. Like we said, no Calvin Ridley, so they're utilizing their other weapons, which is fantastic. We got Tajay Sharp, 4 receptions, 53 yards. Hayden Hurst, 4 receptions, 40 yards and a touchdown. Lee Smith, 3 receptions, 30 yards. And then Olamide Zaccheaus, 2 receptions for 20 yards. So Matt Ryan truly spreading the ball all over the field here. Yes, your number 1 weapon is not there, but that didn't affect Matt Ryan. So this was a nice day offensively here for the Falcons. We know these last 2 wins have been against, the Giants and the Jets here for this Falcons team, correct? Is that who they just beat in week 4? The Giants? Who do we got? Oh, man, what were there? Who was their 2 wins? They lost week 4. Atlanta lost week 4 against Washington. Then they beat the Giants week 3. That's right. So they lost 1. So let's see if this kind of offense can get back on track here as the bye week progresses, and they can kind of start, hitting it out of the gate. I mean, they're 2-3. What's the division looking like? Is it anything big out here? Let me see if I can bring this up. Here we go. They got the Saints in their division. They haven't really been looking the greatest out there. They are last in their division. Obviously, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Carolina Panthers are looking like they're floundering. So the Falcons, they could potentially put a run together right here after the bye week. Let's see how Arthur Smith utilizes it, and let's see how their offense kind of continues to grow here. Hopefully, it does. Because I don't want to bail on Matt Ryan at this point. I mean, he just passed 8th all time in all-time throwing yards. I mean, how crazy is that? Passing yards. So let's see what this man can do. Try to get back to the Super Bowl, and they've got some pieces to do it. So they're finding ways to win games. You gotta love it. All right, now let's talk about this Jets team. Once again, I mean, the NFL.com is not putting Zach Wilson's stats up here on the site. I don't know what that is. I don't know if they don't know that they're not on the site, but here we are, another week of them hiding Zach Wilson's stats. So let's see why. Here we go. Zach Wilson goes 19 of 32. 59% completion percentage. Now we know why they're hiding his stats actively. They don't want to kind of disrespect the rookie out here. He had no touchdown and an interception. Truly unfortunate. Let's see where the interception came. It came in the second quarter, and it resulted into a Falcons fumble, which resulted into 3 points for the Jets. So overall, Zach Wilson's interception was probably one of the best plays of the day. It resulted in some points. You gotta give him some credit there. So Zach Wilson on the road here in London, not the best game. And, kind of the same thing that we just saw last week. Probably should have lost against the Titans, but, he kind of goes big and hits some big plays, and everybody forgets kind of just the overall lackluster performance. And once again, we get another lackluster performance here. 59% completion percentage, 192 yards. Nothing solid there, nothing great there. No touchdown and interception. So Zach Wilson, not truly showing out here as, the best rookie quarterback so far. The running game never really got going either. Rookie Michael Carter, 10 carries for 38 yards. He scored a touchdown, which was good, but just nothing great. And let's see who Zach Wilson was throwing to. Corey Davis, was his leading receiver. No surprise there. 4 receptions, but only for 45 yards. Keelan Cole, 2 receptions for 38 yards. Denzel Mims, 2 receptions for 33 yards. Jamison Crowder, 4 receptions for 24 yards. And then Ty Johnson, 2 receptions for 22 yards. And their running back, Michael Carter, 3 receptions for 20 yards. So Zach Wilson spreading the ball around, which was great, really kind of giving the ball decently to everybody. Corey Davis only had 7 targets, Keelan Cole 3 targets, Denzel Mims 3 targets, Jamison Crowder 6 targets, Ty Johnson 3 targets, Michael Carter 3 targets. So truly spreading the ball around. Unfortunately, they couldn't move the ball down the field in the first half, and then it was just a little bit too late when the offense started to click a little bit. So Jets lose in London 27-20, and both these teams are going on the bye. So we'll see which team focuses in, truly cleans up everything that they've been seeing, what is wrong with this team through the first 5 weeks, and let's see if they can hit the ground running out of the gate after the bye week. So I'm kind of very curious to see the Falcons team play next. Unfortunately, we have to wait another week, but hopefully they can get this team together, folks. This kind of offensive roster is a little bit too better on paper than what they've been showing out there on the field. So Matt Ryan slings the ball for 342 yards. Kyle Pitts into the game. Cordell Patterson finally getting out, figured it out there offensively, run and passing wise. So we'll see how it goes for the rest of the season for this Falcons team. But a solid building block, I would say, for this Falcons team heading into the bye week. 2-1 over the last 3 weeks. Pretty solid there.